Reasons why Roman Reigns didn't return on WWE Monday Night Raw for the Battle Royal. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer, have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Roman Reigns has been absent from WWE since losing to Bronson Reed at Crown Jewel PLE on October 11, 2025. He faced the 330-pound competitor in an Australian street fight match, but ended up losing after interference from the USOs. Although he wasn't injured during the contest, he left the ring after expressing frustration toward his cousins. There were expectations that WWE could bring him back following Seth Rollins vacating his World Heavyweight Championship due to injury. The Big Dog was expected to appear during the Battle Royal match, which determined CM Punk's opponent for Saturday night's main event, SNME, on November 1st, 2025. However, he did not show up. Below are a few possible reasons why Roman Reigns didn't appear on Monday Night Raw. The creative team might be saving his return for SNME next month to interfere in Jey Uso's championship match. Since Jey Uso unintentionally cost Roman Reigns his match against Bronson Reed, the Big Dog could seek payback by preventing Jey from winning the title. Reigns had told the USOs at Crown Jewel that he cared for them but didn't want to see them until Christmas. At SNME, he could surprise Jey by making an unexpected appearance. Jey has recently been showing a more aggressive side, and Reigns' interference wouldn't necessarily make him the villain, it would simply be two cousins in conflict. Another possible reason for his absence from Raw could be that WWE wants to save his return for Survivor Series, War Games on November 29, 2025. The Big Dog could reunite with the USOs and possibly team up with CM Punk to face The Vision. As for Paul Heyman's group, Brock Lesnar and Austin Theory are rumored to be joining the faction soon. Therefore, WWE might have decided not to involve Reigns in the World Heavyweight Championship storyline right now. There's also speculation that WWE could be planning John Cena's final match against Roman Reigns at SNME on December 13, 2025, at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. This could be another reason the company is holding off on Reigns' involvement in other storylines. Moreover, Roman Reigns is not expected to pursue any WWE titles in the near future. He no longer competes as a full-time performer and mainly appears at major events. As such, there was little reason to have him return for the Battle Royal or challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. Winning that title would require him to appear regularly on Raw, which isn't currently part of his schedule. The company most likely plans to use Roman Reigns for special appearances and high-profile matches. Only Jey Uso will now challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. However, this might come at a serious cost. Last week on Raw, CM Punk defeated Jey Uso and LA Knight to become the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Moments later, The Vision came out to the ring and attacked him. Then, in a shocking turn of events, Braun Breaker speared Seth Rollins. Tonight on WWE Raw, Adam Pearce confirmed that Seth Rollins was injured and had just undergone major surgery. Therefore, he would be stripped of the world title. The Raw GM then announced a battle royal to determine who would face CM Punk for the world title at Saturday night's main event. Several of Raw's top stars competed in the battle royal, except Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. During the match, Jimmy Uso saved his brother from being eliminated a couple of times. However, when the time came to save Jimmy, Jey eliminated him instead. Jey ended up eliminating Dominic Mysterio to win the match. However, Jimmy Uso was not happy with his brother's actions. This win could come at the cost of the USO's tag team partnership. Tensions between the USOs have been rising in recent weeks. Jimmy Uso has not liked Jey's change in attitude and even compared his new mindset to Roman Reigns. Despite this growing tension, the USOs were always there to have Roman's back. At Crown Jewel 2025, Roman Reigns faced Bronson Reed in a singles match. During the bout, Jey and Jimmy Uso got involved to help their cousin, but they ended up costing him the match instead. Roman was upset with them and said he didn't want to see them until Christmas. Last week, Jimmy got frustrated with Jey during a backstage segment. Now, with Jey Uso eliminating Jimmy from the Battle Royal, tensions between the former tag team champions have reached an all-time high. Adam Pearce also had an interaction with Paul Heyman backstage on Raw, where he made a major decision that left Heyman completely stunned. In the opening segment of Raw, Adam Pearce had to confront the Vision, with Braun Breaker holding the World Heavyweight title over his shoulders. When Pearce announced he was stripping Seth Rollins of the title, Braun Breaker told the Raw general manager to say, "Please," to get the title back from him. Pearce agreed, but that comment would later come back to affect them. Backstage, Paul Heyman kept knocking on Pearce's door, and the general manager eventually opened it, saying he had been waiting for Heyman for 40 minutes, clearly joking. What wasn't a joke, however, was the fact that Adam Pearce removed Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed from the Battle Royal to determine the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. In a moment of revenge, Pearce asked Paul Heyman to say "please" to put them back in the match. Heyman complied, but his request was denied. Breaker and Reed were understandably unhappy with the decision, as it meant that the world title would not remain with the Vision. It would instead be CM Punk versus the winner of the Battle Royal. In response, Heyman told Breaker and Reed to have faith in him and reminded them of the success that stars like Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns achieved while working with him. He emphasized that setbacks don't mean failure. It will be interesting to see how things unfold for the Vision in the coming weeks and months. Roman Reigns has been absent for a while. Now, a Bloodline member has made a major announcement regarding the Tribal Chief. Things have not been well between Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Roman Reigns in recent weeks. It all started after Jey began showing a change in attitude, which didn't sit well with Jimmy. He even called out his brother for acting like Roman. After the Usos interfered in Reigns' match against Bronson Reed at Crown Jewel and accidentally cost him the bout, Roman told his cousins that he didn't want to see them until Christmas. Since that loss, Reigns has not appeared on WWE's television. Tonight on Raw, Adam Pearce announced a battle royal to determine who will face CM Punk at Saturday night's main event for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Moments later, Jey and Jimmy Uso were shown backstage. Jimmy confirmed that Roman is not present tonight and will not participate in the Battle Royal. Therefore, he is not in the world title picture, but the Usos have a chance to become world champion. Jimmy also told Jey that the reason he lost the world title was because he stopped believing in himself. This confirmation that Roman Reigns will not be in the Battle Royal tonight may disappoint many fans. As the feud between Roman Reigns, the Usos, and the Vision intensified in recent weeks, it seemed likely that the Bloodline would face the Vision in a War Games match. However, after Roman told the Usos he didn't want to see them until Christmas, that match no longer appears possible. Speaking on his Not Sam Wrestling podcast, Sam Roberts said that Roman wants to focus on doing things on his own, so it wouldn't make sense for him to team with his cousins. He also suggested that Roman shouldn't go near Seth Rollins